Are you that person that experiences random back or knee pain come the springtime? Well, I've been there, and I'm sure you have too. My name's Dr. Ashley, and I'm here today to talk to you about variables that you can monitor to make sure that you don't have these little nagging aches and pains pop up every single spring that may keep you out of the game for a short period of time. So let's get started. The first variable that you should be thinking about as you get back into springtime activities is capacity. Is your body able to do what you want it to do? A lot of people do not think about that, and that is why they end up with these little niggles that pop up throughout the springtime. They try to jump into doing too much activity, and unfortunately, the body starts to break down because we're exceeding its capacity. So how do you actually improve the capacity of your body? Make sure that you're preparing it throughout the off season. The first thing that you really should be thinking of is having a training program that's similar to what you want to be doing. It should include strengthening of the legs, the torso, and maybe some activities specific, such as a deadlift that includes things like lifting bags of mulch. Or if you're gonna go on a run, make sure you're strengthening that calf muscle complex or doing little jumps from time to time to make sure that you're just preparing your body to do so. Before I jump into the next three variables, make sure you hit that subscribe button and share our channel with your friends if you're enjoying our content. Well, before I dive into the next three variables, I want you to look at this list of questions that I'm about to post and answer each of these questions honestly. The reason being is it may give you a little bit more insight as to why you're experiencing these aches and pains as you start more activity come springtime or summertime when the weather warms. Well, how did you answer those questions? How many of you said yes and how many of you said no? Well, everyone, the more no's that you had to that list of questions, then you need to be thinking about the way that you're re-implementing activity into your daily lifestyle. The next three variables that I'm going to go over all have to do with those questions that you just answered and how you have re-implemented activity into your life. The first variable that we're going to discuss is frequency, how often you do a task. The second is the duration of that task, and the third variable is the intensity of that task. If you increase your activity in that order, so you do it more often, and then you do it for longer periods of time, and then you do it in a more intense manner, you are actually less likely to get injured. So it's similar to a runner who wants to start running or a walker who wants to start running or walking. We recommend going out for shorter periods more often than trying to go out and do a 3, 4, 5 mile walk or run all at once. The other thing that we recommend is making sure that you're not doing a task that's too hard right off the bat. If you haven't worked out in a long time, you're not just going to go to the gym and try to lift your maximum weight. However, I can say that I've been there, I'm sure you have too, but it's not smart for our bodies. The reason being is we are likely to get injured because our body doesn't have the ability to do that task at hand because we haven't prepared it to do so. Well, everyone, just remember, resistance training and preparing your body are imperative when it comes to preventing injury and improving your activity performance over time. The other thing that you need to also think about is what is the capacity of your body in its current state? Have you prepared it enough, and are you ready to do the tasks at hand? When you start re-implementing activity, make sure you don't do too much too fast, and that's where those three variables, frequency, duration, and intensity, come into play. Make sure you pay attention to them. Otherwise, you may end up with that little bit of pain that puts you on the sidelines. So everyone, as always, if you have any questions about the content in today's video, please don't hesitate to post them in the comments section below. And as always, I'll be back in a few weeks with more information.